Tell me, do you know what day it is, Evie?
November the 4th.
Not anymore. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Hello everybody, it's me, Skylar. I begrudgingly have to inform you that, despite last week's truth bomb, neither me nor Elliott has escaped from this prison of a planet. We have not been able to shed our mortal shell and ascend into godhood as was promised, but we decided we'd just continue the podcast anyway because, we're like 100, 200 episodes in now, so... Welcome to the Midwest Scumbag Podcast. I'm your host tonight, Skylar, here with my co-host, Elliott, as always. How are you doing this week, Elliott?
Well, like you said, we made a promise to ascend into godhood, and we just didn't live up to it. But, I think that's a long-term, we probably shouldn't have made that big of a promise, But I've been okay. I've been all right. November is I think it's a way better month than October. I'd like to. Over a year ago, I had a hot take and said that, fuck autumn. I still stand by it. I like winter better than autumn, but it's just the month of October. It's just a really bad month for me, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that you're supposed to wake up when September ends and then October happens and you just want to be beat in the face with a sock full of quarters.
Mm-hmm. As one feels every day when they wake up.
November's a much better month, yeah. I agree.
November is. It's a fantastic month, and I've been good. These first 5 days have been pretty solid. I'm a fucking loser, and I'm writing a fantasy novel, so I started that up, and it's going okay. I have 10 pages. Well, I have 7 pages maybe. I'm writing in a smaller notebook, handwriting, so it feels like a lot, but if I were to type it up, I would just be sad at at how little progress I've made.
What's it about?
So this one, I'd say this one, I've written a bunch of books. Let's go back in time a little bit here. I think 2021, I made a commitment to myself that I was actually gonna write something, publish something of some sort of substantial value. I can't sit around and call myself a writer if I don't actually fucking write anything. So I started writing a book. I had inspiration struck. I had this fucking super cool idea of a main character who goes to therapy sessions and gets some sort of hypnotherapy to dive into his subconscious, but your subconscious is where your shadow is, and it would get sort of into some Jungian psychology shit of if you could observe your own shadow and then integrate your shadow, and that's what Carl Jung was saying, to become a whole person you have to integrate your shadow or whatever. So I had that. I started working on it, and it was going to be sort of a weird multi-alternative timeline dimension kind of thing. But then, right as I started writing it, there was, TV shows and movies all came out with, multiverse shit. A movie Everything Everywhere at Once or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And that...
Yeah. Marvel. Thanks, Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel.
You ruined multiverse theory.
Essentially, it's fucking overplayed as shit now. But that movie got really good reviews, and it was basically my idea, except with an Asian lady. So I was like, okay, well, I can't write this story that revolves around a white guy. If an Asian lady already did it, it would be, people would just say I ripped it off.
I was gonna ask, are you already filling out the diversity? Are you doing the diversity casting just right out the gate? That way you don't have to deal with it later in 20 years when HBO or Netflix, you give the rights to them to make a TV series, and they do what they do with it.
Yeah. I thought about it, but then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna fucking. I've sort of intentionally left my characters without a lot of description, just because it's a rough draft too, and I'm like,
Sort all that out later. That's what everybody else does. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I can go back and punch it up with some diversity and inclusion shit later on, but so I had that idea. I had to scrap it because I was like, I'm not gonna just look like I copied somebody else's homework. That's super annoying to me. I really want to have something original. I want to be authentically original, and then like there's we've talked about how there's no such thing as new ideas anymore, and I just have to come to that fucking accept that reality. You know what I mean? And just tell a story. So this book is just just a fantasy novel, but I had a couple cool ideas that I wanted to integrate, and I'm just rolling with it in a I've had the idea of doing some sort of like bounty hunter type things, but in a medieval fantasy type setting.
Do you have a cool, overly complicated magic system?
Yes, actually. Yes, I do. And it's actually super cool. It's more so a, I don't know how to explain it. The magic system isn't an innate, it's just everywhere and, you just have to do the right things. It's a finite physical substance in this world that, it's a resource, you know what I mean? And so there's going to be power struggles over it, and I feel like interesting usage of magic if it has to be tied into a physical substance.
Is it like a Magipunk society?
Yeah, I think you can call it that. I discovered this thing called Aetherpunk, which is it's like cyberpunk but magic instead of technology, I guess.
So that'd be the technical term for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought that was really cool. So, and it's November, and there's a whole write a novel in November while you're not shaving.
One
and
novel
not
a day, and
also
not masturbating.
Yeah. And then not shaving your face and not
eating.
I don't know. There's a bunch of shit. Yeah, eating.
No poop November.
We got to save the planet somehow, and if we can all spend 1 month not flushing our toilets, then I think we're gonna fix climate change.
Flush November? That's almost worse.
Well,
and then at
you
the
wouldn't
end
have
of the
to
month, you have the
flush.
ceremonial Jenkem. That you share with the whole family.
Mm-hmm. Jenkem January is what they call
January. You don't remember
you
Christmas.
Store up.
You get a whiff of that Jenkem on November 30th or 31st or whatever, and that's it. The whole month of December is basically gone.
Basically, you're just fucked up on Jenkem the entire month of December. And then, once you snap out of that and you wake up and you're like, oh, it's January already? Time to distribute this Jenkem. And, yeah.
Because by then it's ripe and is therefore at its best. It's
it's like premier, like wine. The longer
it's
it ages,
Northern Lights of Jenkem.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one that's always repped up by everybody, and
it's
the
community. It's the White Widow of Jenkem.
Yeah, this shit will get you blasted, bruh. Just pull out this condom full of shit and piss.
Oh, Oh my god.
Fill that, like,
So
use the
fucking
gaseous
gross.
vapors to fill up a balloon and then huff it.
Oh god. Ugh. That's so fucking gross. Oh man, I die. Like, there are so many better ways to get high than snorting your own shit. Like, they're fucking
Just
awful.
go buy a box of Benadryl at that point, yeah.
Whew. Speaking of drugs, though, midterms right around the corner. The good state of Missouri on the ballot. Or I think it's, I don't know, whatever it is. Number 3, ballot initiative 3, recreational marijuana. It's the only one that I really care about. I don't know who's running for governor or senate or what the difference is between those positions, honestly. Or is that the same thing?
Governor and Senate, or no? Those are different.
No. One is in Washington, the other one is in a mansion.
One has power,
Right.
the other has more power.
Ah, okay.
I mean, I guess depending on how you look at it. I really don't know. I don't follow politics too well. I just,
No.
I refer to the comment sections at the bottom of, like, Times articles to tell me how I should vote.
Right. I leave all of my political thoughts to YouTube commentators.
Yeah. Or Reddit.
I let them
Reddit's
think
great.
for me.
Reddit's great for politics. Very unbiased.
Oh, yeah.
Not an echo chamber
yeah.
or anything. For both sides.
Not
an
at
echo
all.
chamber at all.
Not at all. But anyway, that's that. So vote yes on 3 if you're in Missouri, ladies and gentlemen. That way we don't have to have a Jenkem January. We can just smoke weed like every other state legally. You know what I mean? I had a political joke that came to me. Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. What if her name was Ketanji Rowe Brown Jackson, and she was just super into Demon Slayer, the anime, and instead of wearing the normal like Supreme Court Justice robe, she would wear the it'd be the green and black checkered one.
Yeah.
I thought that was a funny visual. It was just, what are you gonna do in the Supreme Court? And she's like, we're gonna make demons unconstitutional. And then, like, yeah.
We're also going to ban abortions.
That was my political thought of the week, was it's just a formula for things that make me laugh, is just like take something and then turn that person or that thing into some sort of weeb shit.
Yeah, if I'm ever mad at my boss at work, I always imagine what it'd be like if he was like Luffy from One Piece and I was Zoro, his first mate, his true first mate.
Mm-hmm.
And my boss.
Which one is that guy?
He's the Zoro's the swordsman. He's the guy that has.
Oh,
he's the one
okay.
that usually has the blade in his mouth.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, him. But my boss is Luffy, and he's the 60-year-old man. But he has eaten the gum fruit, and he can like punch. He can like turn his fist into a long rubber like bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I get through my days. Because
Just
otherwise I
imagining
would just,
your old man.
Yeah, I would just blow my brains out. Otherwise, it's cool when you think of it like that. Like you make your real life a story that's already been written, but you take from and leech onto because you have nothing else.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. In that,
That's
that
why I
regard.
have
That was really
parasocial
fucking
relationships with VTubers. Like, that's $100. Are you just gonna ignore my message that is also a cry for help?
Go back to playing Minecraft and ignoring me. I've had to, I see the danger in VTubers. For me personally, I would get way too invested in them, and it would become a problem. So, I have to
it's
actively
like they're monetizing
avoid
parasocial relationships is what they're doing.
Yeah.
But they're not. Then they're not being subtle about it. I mean, at least the some streamers on Twitch or whatever, they're subtle about it. It's like, oh, one of my super gift sub whatever chatters gave me enough or a down payment on a car.
Jesus
what a cool
Christ. Guy. What if? And that's it. Like, she,
don't even say his
name.
Don't even say his username.
Oh,
just be like, oh,
not even that.
Can't believe he gave me enough money for a fucking Tesla.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, man. How do we get in on that money in that market?
We get voice
I want to be a
changers
fucking VTuber.
and also maybe, I don't know. I've seen some boys that can look pretty cute. I couldn't pull it off, but
just some cute anime boys.
Yeah, femboys.
Well, I mean that's the thing with like becoming an anime boy is that you don't really have to be cute. You just have to have a decent voice, I think. Sound like you're a cute boy? I don't know.
I mean, if you're a VTuber, yes. You need a voice that is unique and stands out and is also girlish. Then you can kind of like pick whether you want to do the whole there's the whole girlfriend experience with the gachikois, and there's just some VTubers are really like, hey, I separate my work and my real life. They're like two separate things, and I have a boyfriend, and then they lose views because of that.
Oh man.
That's the big no-no. You can't break kayfabe when you're a VTuber. You can't break kayfabe.
Kayfabe.
That's
what does that mean?
That's what wrestlers call their because wrestling's all fake. Like you usually have like there's an wrestling is weird because it's like anime without all the you get like these arcs. Like in wrestling you get arcs. It's like this dude starts as a heel, and then as he goes on eventually becomes the champion. He becomes the people's champion. Now he's a good guy. Now he's using his powers for the side of good.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with VTubers. Breaking kayfabe, breaking the act, I should say, is what it would be. Is they always have the mask on, and if you ever take that mask off and people see the real, what's underneath.
Yeah,
they might not want that. There are some people that do want that, and there are VTubers that cater to that. You can find them. They're like they'll literally just show you like the modeling studio that they create their avatars in and shit.
Yeah, I know. I've seen like one chick, but I don't know if she's like actually a VTuber. She has like the whole CGI like complete body thing.
It's not Project Melody, is it?
No.
That's the big one.
I know who she is, but
I mean, Code Miko's another big. There are some that are breaking into
that
like
might
new territory where they're using the full body thing all the time.
Yeah, I think that's her. I think that was her. Is Code Miko. Yeah.
She's pretty funny.
I've seen.
Shout out to Code Miko. You're a friend of the show. Come on anytime you want.
Friend of the show. Welcome anytime. Come teach us how to be VTubers. Because that's the ultimate goal. That's really when we started this podcast over a year ago, we said that we were going to be VTubers and then we were going to cash out and bro down. Like that was the goal.
That is still the goal.
It's still the goal. I haven't given up on that dream.
Anytime we have new hires that go through onboarding, they have to read that thing, and it's 80 pages long.
Mm-hmm. It takes a while, but yeah. I like reading, so all of our employees must also like reading. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, my friend.
I mean that, and also it costs like $200,000 for the lawyer to write it up, so
yeah,
we're still paying that off. But we promised to only use residuals from the show to pay off that debt, so it doesn't come out of either of our pocketbooks, because we want this to be an equal, business venture. We don't want we're not going to allow either of us to buy stock once it goes public. And we aren't, this is it's a charitable foundation.
Yeah. Eventually we'll start like a, 503c, and we'll help fund other piece of shit losers in the Midwest so that they can start their podcast. Which, I don't know. Maybe you can tax that. I don't know if you can tax all of that or not.
Aren't charitable donations taken off taxes? Isn't that the whole...
Or yeah, the opposite.
Isn't that the whole thing?
Yeah, the opposite of tax. That's how you eventually become liquid, or
like we claim Scumbag Co. is an NPO, but so we don't have to pay taxes on it, but we're still, raking in the income from a fully fledged company.
Right. And then we'll have...
But as long as we claim that all of our income is going to charity, which is, pushed through our other nonprofit that is pushed onto another nonprofit that's out of country.
Just
probably
shell companies.
Or Wales.
Wales is cool.
Wales is fine.
Sure, yeah. I like Wales.
They have a very unique accent, a unique dialect. They have that one town that always gets posted on the internet, the one that's like 80 letters long and doesn't make any sense, however you look at it.
Yeah, I couldn't even begin to tell you what it is, but I've seen it before, and I've read it, and I tried reading it out loud, and I was like, this isn't happening.
If this ever goes up on YouTube, we'll put a picture of what that sign is right here.
Yeah.
Right here at this point.
At this point.
That's a scumbag promise.
Yeah, if we ever get our YouTube going, but I'm too busy writing shitty fantasy novels to fucking care about our YouTube page,
Yeah, TikTok's really where it's at. We need to put these episodes on TikTok, but in 1 minute increments. So we'll have an hour-long episode, but we just upload 60 1-minute segments of it.
God damn.
And we'd have to be doing Fortnite dances and stuff, so it would get views.
Show how thick I am on screen, and do that thing that's it looks like a chick is jerking somebody off, but then her hand comes into screen and she's just doing rock paper scissors.
Oh yeah, there's ones where it's this attractive person is dancing, you think it's a girl, and they pull down they're wearing a mask and they pull it down and they have a beard. Those are the worst. My god damn it, how dare you trick me.
I haven't seen many of those, but I'm also not looking for them. So
I don't have TikTok. They just, by nature of the internet, you see TikToks now. I remember 2 years ago, I was getting really annoyed because when I was still using Reddit a lot. And I remember every post, every time it would be a GIF, it would always have some goddamn stupid fucking song on it. And I was like, this adds nothing. This literally adds nothing.
Yeah.
To most fucking TikToks. That's the problem I have with it. It's so weird because YouTube creators, they get flagged all the time for just having 10 seconds of for example, that Bad to the Bone song has been it's been getting a lot of hits because it's spooky season, so skulls, and then at some point in the past someone associated skulls with Bad to the Bone, and there's been a bunch of memes about it. But YouTube, you'll get flagged for that. TikTok, it's absolutely fine. You can play the whole fucking song and just have a black screen, and you can still make money on it.
Yeah. How does that even work? Are they licensing the music? They can't be. They can't be licensing all that music. I don't know how they do it. How do they get away with it?
Because they operate in China.
Yeah, that's probably, that's really what it is.
And
China
they don't
doesn't
care.
give a fuck.
Where do you think all those shitty mobile games come from?
China. Yep. Yep.
Oh, at least all the like the rip-off ones. That's like, oh, that's clearly a character from another IP that you're using the artwork for.
Yeah, it has like the really cool artwork and shit, and then like you go to look at what the gameplay actually is, and it's like a match 3 or some fucking stupid gotcha bullshit. Yeah.
A match 3 or like a Farmville clone, or yeah, that's what they all are.
Ugh.
Mobile gaming could have been so cool. It could have been fucking awesome. Because like, if you think just Flash games, but on mobile, if they have that kind of market where people could just submit, you know, their indie games or whatever, and some of them would be really great, some of them aren't. No, it's all the same bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why I can't get into mobile gaming at all. Even with games that are good, I still feel like a loser. Like, I feel more like a loser playing a mobile game on my phone in public than I did having my 3DS.
Yeah, like at least with the 3DS, people know that you're a loser and you can just embrace it, I guess. And then, but playing it on your phone is, especially like Genshin. I downloaded that a while back and played a little bit of it, and I just haven't uninstalled it because I really haven't touched it since. Because I'm just like, when am I ever gonna have full internet connection anywhere that I go to play this essentially Breath of the Wild clone, you know?
Yeah, very much Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do that when I could just bring my Switch anywhere and play Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, exactly. I guess the good part of Genshin is that like there's a bunch of cute anime girls and they all have fancy outfits that are big in the cosplay world. So that's kind of cool.
There's also
one of these days
missing out and fear of whaling and
fear of whaling. Yeah, dude. We gotta save the whales. Still.
We do have to save the whales because they're the ones that spend the most money on those games.
Yeah, not like ocean whales. That's what I always go to.
Oh yeah, no, we gave up on whales that a long time ago. Yeah, that's done.
Yeah.
They're gone. They're extinct. Yeah. I mean, they may as well be.
They're done. They're done. We saved them, or we didn't save them. We stopped caring about them. And then, you know, I think we need to check in on the ocean whales, see what the fuck they're up to. Maybe they're the ones who are behind all these UFO sightings and stuff. Like, we gave up on saving them from... What were we saving them from? Like, getting killed?
The soul net?
Their heads chopped off? Yeah, bro. That's what all those campaigns of the 90s were about, was trying to save the whales from the existential dread of
reincarnation,
from
the pain that is reincarnation. Isn't it so weird to flip it on its head like that? To be like reincarnation is supposed to be this, you know, it can be bad or it could be good, but it's never like terrible.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you might get reincarnated as a fucking weevil because you know, sucked. Or you could get reincarnated as a astral being on another plane. But the harsh truth is you just fucking get reincarnated into a human again because they have the widest range of experience or what can be experienced.
Yeah. They're like in every RPG game ever. You could play as a dwarf or an elf or an orc, but like the humans, they're the most boring ones, but they have the most like, you know, you get 2 skill points for every level up instead of just 1, or you can pick 2 feats at the start instead of just 1. Like they're versatile, I guess. The human monkey body. We can do anything. We can...
Jack of all trades, master of none.
You don't ever see a dwarf doing karate. Only humans. Only humans do karate. And I mean dwarf in the fantasy sense, not like people with dwarfism. I'm sure there are people with dwarfism who do karate. Like,
I would do karate
they're just not
if I
famous.
was a dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah, I would. I would do karate for just because I think it's fun. I've been looking up. This sounds as stupid and bow staff tutorials. Because, obviously, you know, I'm a fucking janitor and I deal with mops and brooms and shit all the time, and I just want to be able to spin them really fast and look cool spinning.
You're probably going to have to
spinning
take
a
the mop head off for that.
Yeah. But eventually I'll get really good.
But you get so good, you can, like put the mop head on the ground and then remove the head with, like, one swift kick of your foot, and then you have a weapon.
Yeah. That's really, like, my self-defense plan.
That's how you take out a shooter, right?
Yeah, is using a mop stick, yeah, and just bow staffing it. Really, like, you know, you run into the hallway and you start spinning it super fast, and it distracts them long enough for the police to show up.
I mean, you're probably spinning it so fast it could deflect bullets.
Honestly, if you're really good. You're really good at it.
Every single bullet head on, and then you gather the bullets like at the tip, and then you put the tip on the ground, sweep it back, sweep it forward, and shoot all the bullets back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of being strong enough and knowing enough karate to be able to do something like that. So.
Yeah, just
I'm
karate,
getting there. I'm
not
getting there.
Any other, nothing else.
Karate and YouTube bow staff spinning tutorials. That's what I've been on recently. Just watching dudes explaining how to spin a stick. It's fun. I don't know.
There was a point in my life where I watched YouTube videos that were just explaining CQC from Metal Gear Solid.
Nice.
And I remember using it on my little brother when he was like 9. And like it worked every time. Like it was literally what I think it's what the boss used on Naked Snake on the bridge. Like the first time, like he goes at her and then she like grabs him by the throat and then puts her leg around his leg, throws him to the ground. And I could do that every time on him when he was younger, but now that he's older, he's like, no, that would not work on me. So I don't know if that means it like wouldn't work in real life against somebody that's not expecting it, or he just knows that that's the move I'll go for if I'm gonna go for a takedown. Like you've conditioned him so well as a young child that he now just innately knows how to counter CQC. But that's what I've been
like
going
the
for.
average
He has to
citizen,
surpass me somehow.
One of these days you'll hand-to-hand fight him in a field of spider lilies. I think that's the flower, right?
Yeah.
The white flowers, and then they turn red when he finally kills you and takes the title of Big Boss for himself.
Yes. That's exactly what I expect. Just much like our fight at the end of both of our lives, on top of a depleted nuclear silo.
Yeah, and I'm dressed up as either old Ocelot or old Snake, and then you're the opposite, and we just fist fight.
We just fight each other, and we use fighting styles that we learned through all of our past lives and lives up to that point. God. Metal Gear Solid 4 was a fucking amazing game, but it was also just like looking back on it, it's like, oh my god, what were you doing, Kojima?
Yeah, man.
What were you doing?
Wild man, dude. He's I saw a thing that like the new Silent Hill 2 remake is coming out, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna fucking buy that. Kojima didn't make it. So
he has.
Why the fuck?
It seems like he was on a podcast last week. I didn't listen to it, but he basically went on and said he's like, I'm never doing MGS again. I was not a part of that Silent Hill project that was rumored a year ago. He basically just like quashed all the beef that he had with the gaming industry. He was like, I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm going to do this game, this whatever experimental project with Microsoft. And he also has Death Stranding 2 in the works, it looks like.
Oh, shit.
So
that's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Death Stranding 1 was so good, dude. Oh my god.
I wish it came out on
so
Xbox Game Pass. It came out on PC Game Pass.
Ah ha ha ha.
I don't have a PC.
Yeah, but not on Xbox? That sucks, man. Come on.
I thought about trying to like do the cloud streaming and see if I could make that work, but I just haven't really looked into it at all.
Yeah. It's a pain in the ass.
Plus I have Persona to play, and
mm-hmm.
you know, I have my gaming time is preoccupied.
Yeah, dude. I feel you. I'm trying to... I wanted to finish Persona 5 R before November so that I could just focus 100% on a book, but I didn't. So, and I just bought another fucking CRPG off Steam today, so, you know. I have no fucking impulse control, dude. I just can't not buy games when they're on sale. It
flicks that little switch in your goddamn brain.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm at least glad it's like I get that feeling from buying a full game as opposed to like buying, you know, a battle pass or
or like skins or map packs, things like that.
Shout out to you, Overwatch. You fucking
How is it? Yeah, that's free to play now, right? And or you know, free to try.
Free to give goddamn Activision Blizzard all your money.
Goddamn,
is basically what it is. It's I played it. I mean, it was nice because I had Overwatch 1 and I had already had like all your skins get transferred over.
Oh, that's nice.
So if you have skins from the transfer thing was nice. It was like the bare minimum to be expected because there's no way I'd go into that game with no skins.
Yeah.
Given how much time, the astronomical amount of time I put into that game several years ago.
Yeah, you played the fuck out of it compared to me.
I got up to.
I did not get good.
I mean, I wasn't like great. I got up to platinum in ranked, but I flexed, so I never got a golden gun with any character. I didn't play it that much, but Overwatch 2. I don't know. The gameplay's fun, but like you don't get loot boxes anymore. The battle pass kind of sucks. You have to get level 55 to get the character on the free one. You unlock it immediately.
Wow.
I got it immediately because I have Overwatch 1. Mm-hmm. So I got an anime Japanese chick healer, Kiriko.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But going forward, no. If you want to get the new character, you have to play up to level 55 on the free battle pass, which is probably about anywhere between 20 to 30 hours in 9 weeks.
Yeah, it's a lot of playtime.
Yeah.
Considering, like, all the time that I put into Overwatch 1, and I think I only got to, like, level 51, maybe. Probably not even that, honestly. I did not get it. I didn't get super into it. It was more of like my go-to drunk game. Like I get super drunk.
It's a great go-to drunk game.
Yeah. Just jump in a quick play. I did like maybe 2 or 3 competitive matches, but I never wanted to join voice chat or anything because I was like,
because
I don't
people are fucking toxic.
To people. Yeah.
I quit after
so I never joined
the typing chat. They merged PC and consoles because people on fucking like PC would just flame and chat all the time.
Yeah. That was bad enough. So like I never got into voice chat, so the only times that I played, and I played one match as Brigitte, or while she was still, no, I don't think she was broken, but I played as her, and then somebody like sent me a DM that was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "All right, well, I'm not gonna fucking play this
right?
competitive mode
it's
anymore."
So demoralizing. That's why I quit playing.
Yeah.
Or because it would
it's
just
like
be a quick play match, and then you would like do something that offends somebody and they're like, LOL. Just trying to fucking
Yeah.
get your goat.
Yeah, it comes a point where, like, and I mean, I joined it super late, so, like, by the time I started playing Overwatch, like, it had already been out for years and years, and everybody who was playing it already knew the maps like the back of their hand. So I had to, like, while I was learning the fucking environment, and I never really learned the environment, so it was like, I don't know what the strategies are in this environment, and yeah, so whatever. It's fun to play when you're fucking drunk out of your mind, though.
It is, yeah. There's one guy I met on there a long time ago, like maybe 2 years after it came out. But he had me as a friend. To this day, he will still invite me to play Overwatch with him. Shout out to you, Dingleberries. I'm sure you're a cool dude, but I do not want to play Overwatch with you. I don't want to play Overwatch in general.
Big fan of the show. You're also welcome.
Yeah,
on
definitely
the show
welcome
anytime.
on the podcast if you want to come on. Just you need
Come
your
talk
own mic,
about-
you need your own computer. You have to use Audacity, but you have to use the specific version of Audacity.
The exact version that we're using.
Anything after that version is trash. Anything before it is worthless.
Any other sound editing program, garbage. You know,
Basically.
don't fucking yeah.
I've been thinking about pirating one. I've been thinking about pirating like Sony Vegas or
Ooh.
just to give it a shot. I mean, why not?
Yeah. Right?
Maybe
I mean,
it's
it's got to be
better. But at this point, like in the show, it's like it's just it's a scumbag guarantee that Skylar's audio is not going to be great.
Yeah. What's really behind the scenes look at what I do. I used to like try to make it sound super good compared to mine, and then like I realized the less work that I do on your audio, the better it sounds in the end. So I'm at the point now where I kind of just balance the loudness, and then
I mean, I
go
like
from there,
that
but-
I sound like your ex-boyfriend leaving you a really long voicemail about how much I love you and care about you, and I'm really sad to see that you're with Chad Thundercock, but I'm still for you, baby, 100%.
By the way, have I told you about birthday cakes? And
No, let's not get into the topic of birthday cakes.
no, I'm doing some research on birthday cake stuff around the world. I can't get too into it because they'll track me down, and then you're gonna find me dead with a candle shoved down my throat. You'll pull it out, and it'll be like the numbers for however old I am. 65.
You're 65 years old.
Yeah. Dude, I fucking might as well be. My body hurts now, and that's not good. I keep trying to fucking, like, exercise and take my vitamins and stuff like that, but it all takes effort, and, man, it's just so hard to put in effort towards anything. And I think it's just, it's just revealing that I have a serious dopamine problem that I can't get under control. So, whatever.
You know how you fix that dopamine problem, right? You masturbate.
Damn. Well,
They say no nut November. I say non-stop nut November. You try to ejaculate as many times as you can in a day, every day.
oh my god. Be so depleted,
Like, it doesn't
dude. You're
matter
just
where
walking
you're
around
at.
a
If
husk
you have a
of
job,
man.
if you have a 9 to 5, you have to find somewhere to do that.
Damn, dude. Just public bathrooms. Every public bathroom. Like, why does it smell like bleach in here? Okay. Disgusting. Fucking gross, man. We're a gross podcast, dude.
We are a
I
gross
listen back to our
podcast.
episodes. We always have some kind of dick joke or poop joke, and You know, we're never gonna break into the VTuber world if we're just nasty boys the whole time. But I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You know,
I mean, no one has to know who we were before we put on the mask. The VTuber mask. Like, all I want to do is sing shitty karaoke for, like, 1,000 people.
Right.
That's my goal.
Yeah. I get into a little bit of YouTube drama and, like, the big YouTube people who are like, oh, this guy, he only has, like, 100,000 followers on Twitter. Nobody's listening to him. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. If I had literally a fraction of that, I would feel accomplished.
Yeah, if I had 100 people that listened to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I really, like, haven't tried to start the Patreon or anything like that, because, like, if we had 100 people pay $5 a month for our shit, that's $500 a month, man. That's crazy. That's like half a paycheck. That's nuts. That's a big income stream, and that's like a fraction of what the fuck people are out there paying money for shit. You know, I could show my feet. I don't care
I'll show you my
at this
feet.
point.
Look, you wouldn't see them?
Fucking, yeah. They're gross, dude. My feet are nasty. I wear work boots. My feet are calloused up. They're fucking terrible. Why I wear socks all the time?
I wear ballerina shoes to work.
You're behind the register selling lottery tickets, but you're also doing the ballerina, like standing
tiptoes.
on your toes.
Yeah. You know, that's the sad that's like the sad reality is like those ballerina feet. They wear those dainty shoes, but their feet are fucked up. Like they're fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Looking.
Oh,
Try
man.
standing on your fucking like 2 front toes, like for hours
that
at
shit
a time.
hurts.
Man, fuck that.
Oof. Like, your toes weren't designed for that. Not that I know what the fuck the human body was designed for, but Jesus Christ. It's,
I mean, in terms of like my belt earlier this week broke. So I had to keep pulling up my pants, and I was like, man, I wish I had some boxers that just said slut like on the ass. Like, just, like, this, like, pink, I mean, you know, it'd be funnier if it was, like, a G-string, yeah. But I think funnier would be just, like, regular men's boxer briefs, and it just, like, they're bright pink, and it just says slut, and, like, glitter, like, red glitter. So when I'm reaching up for cigarettes or something to get something down, like, they see that clearly.
yeah, you turn around and they're just like, oh, this guy's a
my
fucking
personality's
slut.
not different. I mean, I'm not doing the, you know...
You're just a completely normal dude, but you just wear slut underwear.
Slut underwear. Slut boxer briefs.
Hey, MeUndies, sponsor us, bro. Send us some slut panties.
Yeah, right?
I'm down. I don't care.
I would take it.
Cha. I want to find, like, a wool socks sponsor. Now that we're getting into winter, my feet get cold as fuck, dude. Wool socks are number one. They're the best. And I just want somebody to send me some wool socks. If you're listening out there, and you want to send me a Christmas gift. Wool socks, baby.
That's how you know you're old, is when you want socks as a present.
Yeah. I just want some socks that'll keep my fucking feet warm at night. You know, I've got an audience of like 50 people who are paying me for my feet pics, and I can't take them if my feet are cold. They don't want cold, wrinkly-ass feet. I mean, some of them do, but, you know, they're individualized DMs that I have to... But for the most part, people want nice, warm toe pics. From what I think.
I mean, that's what I want.
Feet...
That's all I need.
Feet guys are fucking weird, dude. There was we didn't talk House of the Dragon, but House of the Dragon has a feet guy in it, and when it's revealed that he's a foot guy, it's like not a surprise at all. Like the first time you see him on screen in like episode, I don't know, 5 or 6, it's like that guy's a foot guy, and then later on, I want to say it's like episode 9 that he starts doing shit for the queen, and she has to like show him her feet, and it's real like obvious that he was into feet from the get go.
Does he try to sniff them?
No, but he like just like stares at him and like starts jerking off in front of her. So that's cool.
Well, that's it's about the best you could hope in that kind of situation.
Yeah, I mean he's not a good looking guy. He's got a club foot, and you know, just the look on his face says, if I lived in modern times, I would be an OnlyFans feet guy. Like, he just has that look about him. Which is what makes the show House of the Dragon great. It's what...
really carries it.
Because finally there's some representation for guys like me. Oh, man. It was a good show, though. I dug it. I liked it. But I'm a fucking fantasy nerd. Fucking loser. So, whatever.
Take that, George R.R. Martin. Hard dick.
Mm-hmm.
Let him give it to you. I mean, it already has all the build-up. The dick's already there. It's just how the dick gets there.
Yeah.
With him. You know how it's going to end, but what you really care about is the
journey. It's
yeah.
You're not there to see the base or the head of the dick. You're there to see the shaft.
You've already seen the dick. You know what the dick looks like.
Yeah.
It's the journey to getting to what the dick looks like is the big thing.
It's all the circumstances around the dick that are the interesting part of the story. Yeah. I get what you mean.
There's also a midget and some incest, so that's cool.
Dude, there's a lot of incest in this one. It's pretty cool. It's like, man, it's crazy. But like that's what you expect of the Targaryens. Is their whole fucking thing is that they're like entire lore of like Aegon the Conqueror was like he took his sisters and started fucking them and then conquered the Seven Kingdoms, and like that's the role model of their family.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit.
Like, it's not gross to them at all. They're just like, oh, whatever.
I don't have to worry about this right now. My ancestors or my descendants can worry about it. About the repercussions. Whatever will come of this. I just want to bang my hot sister.
Yeah. Have a cool sword and ride dragons around. Like, that's... In a world where you have cool swords and dragons, like, I feel like banging your sister is low on the, like, list of things that upset you. Yeah.
Cool shit you can do.
Yeah. Just the cool shit that you can do in Westeros. You can ride a dragon. You can summon some, like, fish gods.
And you can ride your sister.
You can bang your sister. Yeah. And that's why I like Game of Thrones. It's just fun. It's just good fun.
Family friendly fun.
Oof, man. Yeah. Well, that's all I prepared for this episode was the weeb shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking I started watching Miruko-chan. I don't know. It's a anime about this chick who sees ghosts, but she just ignores them. But like Japanese ghosts are fucking scary, dude. They're nasty, just body horror abominations. They really freak me out, dude. I mean, they're not like... What were you gonna say?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean Shintoism as a thing is like they personify everything, so that can lead to some really weird meshing of spirit and everyday normal object
Yeah. But I mean, even just their normal ass ghosts are just fucking creepy, and their like face splits open, or they have 7 necks of heads that twist at different, like real Junji Ito shit.
Oh yeah. Okay, like
It freaks me out,
some
man.
weird body horror stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, legit body horror. I'm not into it, but I like it. But I'm not into it. I wish I was. I wish I could read Junji Ito stuff without like puking and feeling really, really gross.
This hole was made for me. This hole was made for me.
Man. That was like literally the only one that I've read, and it was enough. And then I've seen panels and of other I mean, like Uzumaki was one of his big ones, where there's just spirals, and like the chick's eye just like spirals into her head, and fucking creepy. And then there's another one that I read a synopsis of that's like a chick who lives above a restaurant that uses like grease or something, and there's like it's real heavy on the grease, and she doesn't like it, but her brother really likes the grease, and then like he is like super obsessed with it and rubs all the grease over his body and shit. And then like there was a panel of him like leaning over his sister, like, and his face broke out and all these like it was just totally covered in pimples and shit, and he was just like squeezing them onto her. It was fucking disgusting, dude. It was super gross. And it was only like 2 panels that I saw of it, and I was like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't. Mad respect to Junji Ito, but Jesus
yeah, that's
Christ,
one hell of
dude.
a grind.
Yeah. I don't know how people can make horror stories without being fucking crazy. I just don't understand it. It's just not in my blood.
No, not in mine either. I haven't read very many Junji Ito stories. I mean, I like horror a lot, but like true horror is hard to stomach.
It is. And I'm just a sensitive boy. I can really imagine, like I can feel it in my body when I see somebody get fucked up by whatever horror shit is going on screen, and then I can't sleep at night, and then I'm a bitch. Is what I'm saying. I'm a bitch boy. So whatever. I'm glad October's over though.
The spookiest month is behind us. Now all that's left is Christmas.
Christmas. And storing all of our shit in Jenkem. That's coming up. I can't wait.
Jenkem January.
Can't wait. Jenkem January, baby. Put it on your calendars. When we make the Scumco yearly calendar and sell it. That's our next money venture. We're gonna figure out how to cash out on this podcast, dude. I promise you.
We're gonna have to cash out at some point. We're gonna have to cash out, and then we're gonna have to rebrand, because that's the only way we're going anywhere.
Yeah. Like maybe we get to episode 69, and then we say, "Fuck it, that was good," and then we make a new podcast.
It's
cash out on that
experience.
Whatever it fucking takes, man.
I will chase that clout to the day I die.
That's right.
That's promise.
Correct. We'll game the system. We'll figure it out. I still don't understand the internet is the problem.
It's a series of tubes.
Yeah.
As the great Al Gore himself prophesized to us. The year of our Lord, 1990 something.
He said something about.
He said the internet is a series of tubes.
Oh. That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. Could have had him instead of Bush folks, and there wouldn't have been 9/11. Just putting that out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like everyone says the timeline diverted after Harambe. And I can see that, yeah. Shit got wacky. And there was the Higgs boson that may have unearthed a new reality, but I really think it was the 1999 election, or 2000 election of Bush v. Al Gore.
Yeah. That's what sent us on this path of trying to fucking
because
be
then we had
internet famous.
9/11, and then it was like we're always constantly in a state of war. The whole world is, but we don't acknowledge it as thus, because that is bad.
Yeah. Yeah. War is bad, you guys.
War is bad.
I don't stand for it.
It's also wrong.
Unless it's like medieval warfare, then it's cool. Then it's all right.
Yep.
Like if we were still doing horses and spears and swords and longbows and stuff, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be all right. But no, Samuel Colt had to go and invent the gun.
God damn it. This shit's falling down. Okay. Whew. Well, there you have it, folks.
We hit our quota.
An hour of pure comedy gold. So
hope you enjoyed it. I hope you don't feel like you wasted time listening to this. I hope you don't feel stupider. I hope you feel smarter after listening to this podcast, because we will elevate you. We will elevate you to godhood on this podcast. This is a scumbag guarantee.
Yeah. That's really, if you put all of our episodes together, they're just steps on the cosmic stairway to godhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you play every third episode except for the 6th, you have to play the 7th one. And you play those all together simultaneously, you'll get a hidden message.
That's right. Dive in. It's a special treat. All right, fucking treat. Whatever.
Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose.
Dad, what's wrong with the telly? Are you like a crazy person?